good morning, or whatever time of day it is that you were watching this. You know, I wasn't filming today, and then I found myself in the kitchen, because I want to, cooking lots of stuff and getting things together. And because of that, I was like, I should be filming this. So you get extra wild hair. You know, my hair is actually kind of sort of naturally curly, and I used to get my own like kind of sort of curly girl method on back in my 20s. And so recently I was like, oh, I could go back to scrunching my hair and wearing it curly some. These days they call this pineapple if you're doing curly girl method, and just kind of putting your hair up top with a scrunchie. So anyway, I was doing some of this homemade curly girl stuff long ago. Thought I'd do it again. So there you go. There's my excuse for my hair. My baby, not my hairy chest. Sometimes people start watching my videos and they're like, we thought you had a hairy chest. But no, my baby was fussing in his swing, so I thought I'd put him on. So, all that to say, impromptu, hey, let's start filming a large family meals of the week video. So it's Sunday today. We have been watching through, there's a series called The Chosen that we've really enjoyed. So my plan for today was to have a family breakfast, read the Bible some, watch through The Chosen some. That's not what we do every single Sunday, but that's what we were doing today because it's a rainy weekend. Even though we've had like 80 degrees, 90 degrees, it all gets back to the weather. Even though we have had summer weather, it's like in the 50s this weekend and cold and rainy. And so I called it Mama's staying in her bathrobe rest weekend. Yesterday, sat on the couch, nursed my baby all day, watched some great movies. Let me tell you, what movies did we watch? Okay, we watched one movie on Netflix called The Dig. That was good, that was interesting. And I love true life stories and events. So we watched The Dig. Gabriel, what else did we watch? Oh, another one we watched, I believe this one is on Amazon Prime. It's called Belle and Sebastian. Another, I think, based on true events, and the dog in the story is a Great Pyrenees. It's a female in the story, but it looks like our male Great Pyrenees. So we enjoyed watching that, and it was a fun boy and his dog adventure type story. Is in the World War II time period and such, and I believe set in the Swiss Alps. Okay, I remember the first movie we watched now. It's called The Aeronauts, if I'm saying that correctly. Also on Amazon. It has a lot of, this is like my mom movie reviews. I watched it just fine with my kids. Okay. It has a lot of like high in the sky, falling from the sky type action. So because of that, not everybody may like their children to watch a movie where someone is hanging upside down from a frozen hot air balloon 36,000 feet in the sky, possibly dying. Lots of death-defying going on in that one. So that's a little bit of my mom reviews, but those are 3 movies we watched yesterday. Then we watched a bunch of, there's comedy, then there's some family-friendly comedy called Dry Bar, also from the VidAngel folks. We watched a lot of that. So just a good relaxing time. Where's the food? I'm just chatting away. So today I plan to do more of the same, but to focus on the Chosen series. But of course on my weekend off, I'm wanting to cook. So I have some peppers that need used. I was gonna do my Denver omelet casserole. I have the recipe for it over on the blog, largefamilytable.com. I think I'm just gonna do more of like a scramble in the pan. So I'm gonna cut up these peppers and an onion, and I have some ham. We're gonna just cook those in some butter first, and then I'm gonna crack my eggs and cheese on top of that. I'm also wanting to make some like unstuffed cabbage roll soup. I tell ya, so don't ever feel sorry for me. Sometimes in my videos, folks are like, oh, you do all this cooking, you know, what's wrong with you? You need a break. People should help you. I mean, just insert all this stuff people say to moms. And I'm like, but I enjoy this. So here I am taking a break, but for fun, for my fun, I want to use these peppers and I want to make some cabbage roll soup. I know. Okay. So anyway, I'm picking and choosing. I'm doing what I want. Let's cut these peppers. Thank you to Care Of for sponsoring today's video. For 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code Jamerrill50. Also, a question I get often is, why don't I use a food processor? Again, all good questions. I just like chopping. I do have a 14-cup Cuisinart food processor, I have used it some, but I tell you, I just like standing and running through these peppers. I do not mind. Me and some of my viewers talk about, you know, it's therapeutic chopping, right? Peppers are much easier to cut if you cut them on the inside. And if, you know, if I'm standing a little wobbly or kind of back from my peppers some, it's because I also have Tobin on the front of me, so I can't get all up in this peppers business, huh? Oh, and for the unstuffed cabbage soup that I'm doing, I'm kind of winging it with that one also. I know I have a recipe up on the blog for some unstuffed cabbage casserole. It's like, or I think maybe I call it cabbage roll casserole. Kind of 6 one way, half dozen another, as that saying goes. But I want to do the soup form today because I have 2 heads of cabbage I need to use up. And I have various little rolls of ground beef that also need to be used. Okay, so here's a big pile of ham that I just chopped up. It was already sliced. I just kind of chopped it down a little bit more. We'll put that in the pan with the peppers and the onion. So I cracked about 20 eggs in here. Again, totally winging it. I don't actually have garlic powder and onion powder right now. Who am I? I put that in a small grocery pickup order for this evening. Just kind of like a little fill-in order that we needed. Anyway, but I had some garlic salt, so I used garlic salt and pepper. And kids are rocking and rolling because, again, it's a rainy day, and I do want to turn it into a rest day too. Once I'm done cooking the stuff that I want to cook this morning, haha. And of course, this is heavy on the ham, but I had a little chunk of ham I needed to use up. They are playing pirates in the living room. I'm sure you can hear that. So anyway, if you're not a ham person, you don't have to go so heavy on the ham. I will put a pretty typed out recipe for my Denver omelet casserole in the description for you. But again, this is just me. Just me winging it with some stuff we had that we needed to use up. And this is some ground beef. It's been in my freezer for, I guess, over a year now. Got it for $2.99 a pound. This was during the pandemic where here locally in rural Virginia, we had a couple weeks where ground beef was over $8 a pound. And so I was able to get this at Sharp Shopper, but I need to make sure I use up the last of these. So I'm gonna do the cold water defrost method, which is where I'm just gonna put some cold water in this baking dish here and enough to loosen up this ground beef. And we'll get this and some onions and peppers cooking in a pot here pretty soon. So I would have liked to have put about 5 more eggs in here, but I used all the kids brought in this morning. So now that this is cooked through, I'm just going to top it with some shredded cheese and give it a few minutes to melt. So also for my cabbage roll soup, or unstuffed cabbage roll soup, whatever name we're going to land on there, I'm going to throw some butter in this pot too and just saute up these peppers, and then my one sad orange pepper and my one sad red pepper, using them up. Okay, so back to Mama's Sunday inspiration cooking. So the onions and the peppers that I sauteed, I just put on top of my colander full of 2 heads of shredded cabbage and the shredded carrots. Just remove those so I could cook all this ground beef up. And I've also poured some chicken broth in. I mean, beef broth would be ideal, but we don't have it, so we can use chicken broth. And if I wanted to get another plate or bowl dirty, I could have separated those peppers and onions elsewhere, but I figure it's all going to end up cooking up together, so why not? I also have some bay leaves, some paprika, some oregano leaves. I will get my garlic salt back out. I've got some tomato sauce, and I'm going to send one of the kids down now to get me 2 cans of just diced tomatoes. Alrighty, so my ground beef is cooked and drained, and so now I'm just gonna start getting everything else in this pot. Also, I didn't have any more diced tomatoes, but I've got some crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce, 1 thing of diced tomatoes, and then all the spices out. We got garlic, salt, some basil, oregano, a couple of bay leaves, throw a little paprika in there too. And then there is 3 cups of brown rice that I'm going to let cook in the soup. Okay, cabbage in. Then I will just go ahead, put brown rice in there. I'm going to put this chicken broth in there because this was already open. So there's our variety of tomato products going in. I'm going to stir all this once we get it all together. I've used a total of 3 48-ounce containers of chicken broth. And this is my IKEA stock pot. That's, I don't remember, it's either a 14 quart or 16 quart, I believe. Here is how everything is looking. Looks so delicious. Now I'm thinking, oh, if only I had some squash and zucchini to add in there. But anyway, I'm going to put the lid on and let this simmer. It's going to need about 30 to 45 minutes anyway for the brown rice to cook. I will come back and check in on it. That should be pretty good. Okay, friends, it has been a little bit. I just came out here to check on my soup. Now, the rice isn't quite done, if you can see it in there. However, this soup is looking so beautiful. Please hurry up, soup. Cannot wait to eat it. Okay, now here is the unstuffed cabbage roll soup. I've already had 1 bowl. I'm going for another. It's very good. Thank you again to Care of for sponsoring today's video. For 50% off your first Care of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code Jamerrill50. All of Care of's products are formulated with good-for-you, clean ingredients that are backed by science. Studies show that it can take about 30 days for you to see the benefits of a new supplement routine, so consistency is key. Your recommendations come in daily individual wrap packets that are perfect for getting back into or starting a new routine. The Care of app allows you to track your routine and earn rewards like some cool swag, discounts, and even free products when you're consistent with taking your vitamins. Care of's in-depth online quiz asks you questions about your diet, lifestyle, and health concerns to help address your specific wellness goals. Care of's holistic online quiz is like getting a one-on-one consultation with a nutritionist without leaving your house. You can follow Care of's expert recommendations or adjust your pack at any time. What you get is totally up to you. Happy Monday. Liam is doing Monday morning eggs. Daniel's putting dishes away. Whoop whoop. And Tobin is living his best Monday morning life. He got his bath this morning, so he's got all his extra little curls on top. And then this is a new coffee creamer I am trying because I love my coffee creamer and I can't always do coffee in the blender where I mix. Okay, thank you. Where I mix lots of good things in it in the blender. So this is better than nothing in my coffee. Yay. And this was available at my local Walmart, and they also had a French vanilla one, and this is hazelnut. Yay. Okay, boys running, kitties running. That's where the fence is going in. And there's one of our little kitties.
He's lucky to kill Daddy.
Oh, he is happy. That's right. He's getting a walk up the road, isn't he?
Yeah, he likes
Yeah. And Daniel's got his kitty crawl going. Our kitties like to come with us on walks, don't they? So we saw honeysuckles at the beach, didn't we?
Yeah, that is
And I was
delicious.
explaining to him how we can get one little drop out of them.
Mom!
We got honeysuckles all over. All the kitties are showing up for our walk. So down here, Travis and friends have been clearing. He left that log there. So we have a log to sit on. What y'all think about this, huh? What you think? This is Pancake. This is Amelia's kitty. And that's Hans. That's Zion's kitty. Could be. They'll mow them. Your kitty's still having a nice time?
Yeah.
He wants the carrion treatment. So, back to the food. Breakfast this morning was scrambled eggs by Liam, and we cut a watermelon. Now I'm outside walking these two little fellas. Tobin was still sleeping in his swing.
And I'm walking sneakers.
You're walking sneakers, yes? I have bigger kiddos. They each are doing one school subject that we're rotating right now. And I'm walking the noise. Travis is inside with him too. So, anyway, just saying, he's muscle, yeah. Things are happening in the house. We're getting a little nature walking out here. I see that. That's nice. Wow, that's a nice fern. Love it.
This is a
This is a kitty
kitty house.
house.
Yeah, it's great.
Let's see what else we can find on our nature walk.
Oh, I know supplies I can.
Let's see what we can find. A kitty jungle? Yeah.
This involves
You got a surprise that involves chickens? That's fun. Our entourage behind us.
We also found
Yeah, I thought that was an egg sac of some kind. Could be. Could be. Here, or it might be a nut. Let me pick it up. Yeah, I think it's an egg sac.
cat.
Almost feels like a... No, not right now.
But it is. But eggs.
We will toss it so it has some hope over yonder.
Yeah.
Okay, kitties, let's keep going. Now, a lot of these bushes in here that have the little white flowers on them, pretty sure those are blackberries. We used to have those at the farmhouse. This is a section of the property that has not been dug up yet.
I'm a car. Let's take a pantry. We pantry here and we're moving pantry.
Look at how that honeysuckle goes all the way up that tree. Isn't that neat?
I need one.
So homeschool schedule wise, we usually, unless we have major life events, I see that, keep going gentle year round. So this summer, now that we're not moving and building a farm, that was certainly educational last summer. You can put him down, honey. You do not have to keep carrying him. So anyway, yes, Benjamin has carried Sneakers like half of the path. He just had to put him down. He was getting too heavy because he's all muscle, is what he said. Anyway, we are continuing forward, getting back on our year-round schedule this summer. Yeah, down here by the animals. And so I'm having the kids do one core subject and reading every morning. So we're doing it. We're getting back on our schedule, aren't we? Woohoo! And then when fall comes around and chugging along through the year, we add in and do a lot more. I like doing year-round homeschool schedules when life allows, because then we can take our breaks whenever and keep moving forward. So it's not that we're working to catch up. We just don't stop. We keep going. And then if we need to take 2 weeks off in September or take the whole month of December off, or however we want to swing our schedule, we can. And then here we are. Looks like you all left a pedal car out here by the chicken coops. So friends, good morning. This is my breakfast. We've had a busy morning, so kids did toaster waffles and such. Some of us have also had eggs. This is some fried cabbage, or we can say sauteed cabbage, that sounds better, and 3 homegrown eggs on top, and I'm finishing my coffee, and my dryer sounds extra loud this morning, but it's gonna be okay. Alrighty, so everybody is doing their thing that needs to be done right now on my list. And right now it is time for Tobin time, Penny time, Daniel time. They are having a vanilla Greek yogurt. Actually, they're each gonna have, they got 2. They'll probably eat them both. And I am going to have some mama story time. We got our big Berenstain Bear book, and I'm gonna nurse this baby. And these boys are gonna eat, kind of a morning snack time. And this is the book that we're working on during our little yogurt story time this morning. Okay, so this afternoon, Liam just brought me up 2 big bags full of canned chicken. For a whole other mega meal prep video, I am going to do whole lotta of the chicken patties, also the salmon cakes. This is way back, couple mega meal prep videos ago, where I was gonna get these done and I only got the tuna cakes done. So, and I need to make some more of those too. And I still have these cans of crab that, oh good, and Liam found me another one. So I was just gonna make up what I can of those. They're 6-ounce cans. My cans of chicken, I'm probably telling you too much about my chicken already. These are all 12.5-ounce cans. So I'm following my salmon cakes recipe that I have up over on largefamilytable.com. I don't have a blog post yet just for the chicken patties. You follow all that? So, coffee pot behind me. I'm gonna make myself an afternoon cup of coffee. I also have 2 appointments this afternoon, and I'm gonna have a teenager and the baby with me when we run around for that. So all that to say, behind the scenes, hey Jamerrill, how do you get these food videos filmed? Well, I film on the fly for these large family meal videos. And then, like for the mega meal prep video I'm gonna do for you guys, and whole lot of wonderful chicken patties, salmon patties, etc. patties for my family. I've got 1 hour to get working on this, and I will work on these patties today. I might get a little bit more done this evening, and then hopefully, always famous last words, I'll get them done tomorrow, and then we see, you know, 4 days later. But I always have hope. I always have a list. I always have a plan, and then we just got to keep moving the mark and get it all done. And for the popular question, Jamerrill, where are your kids? Oh, my camera just went really dark on us, didn't it? Stop, camera, stop. It's the window behind it messing with us. Anyway, y'all are used to that. Question, where are your kids right now? Well, we got a bunch of school done this morning. You good? Someone's in washing their hands right now. Anyway, a bunch of them are outside walking goats. And then some other kids are working on some projects with Travis. Oh, I gotta count my coffee spoonfuls. Hold on here. 2, 3, how many things can I do at a time? 4, 5, 6. And Tobin, he is in his swing over there, swinging and sleeping. So I'll show you him here in a minute. If he wakes up and gets fussy, so I can have this power outer, I will wear him in the baby wrap. There's Tobin doing his part. So, all that to say, a lot of times it's little slivers of time is how I get these extra videos done. Can you watch that? You want me to cut it for you real quick?
Sure.
Daniel needs an apple. Do you want a little peanut butter with it?
Sure.
Okay, put it over there for me. Okay. You want to get the big peanut butter out for me?
Ladder.
Ladder, yeah. The kids need the ladder. Mama needs the ladder. It is the big peanut butter. Daniel really likes the green apples, right, Daniel? Yeah. Do you like how tart the green apples are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that's got peanut butter all under. Yeehaw. Yeah. Someone getting excited making a peanut butter sandwich, I think. Okay, you want a cheese stick with this?
No, but
What you need? So there you go, quick Daniel afternoon snack, yay. Okay, he spilled his water, so I'm getting him some more. I'm gonna make myself my water guzzler. And this is where my time whittles away, and how what I think will take my just a little bit of time on 1 or 2 afternoons becomes 4 days, because life. I've been filling my pot there for broccoli. Back now, been working on the chicken patty cakes, haha. Let me get this water going, and we'll have broccoli with them. Okay, so here's our variety of chicken cakes tonight. Alrighty, so dinner table is set, and that's my mama plate. So we have the chicken patty cake, haha, the cucumbers, the broccoli. Got myself some lemonade there, and now it's time for dinner. Good morning, another pan full of zucchini and squash going down. I'm gonna put some eggs on and cram down my throat, yay. And we have a master chef going down here, frying some eggs, right? And then we also have some sausage in the oven. I guess there's my outfit for today, right? 10 weeks postpartum, looking like 6 months pregnant, and that's okay. So here's my mama breakfast. There are a bunch of squash and zucchini under my 3 eggs there, and there's a drink, yay. Okay, so we've been outside. We've been doing things, even though I got a snuggly baby. Tobin's been doing his job. So, I'm gonna have to, I film with one hand a lot, but it's a little extra juggly right now. I'm gonna flip my camera around and show you the salmon that I got marked down, of course, at Sharp Shopper, and I'm going to do this for lunch today. Okay, here we go. I was gonna do some more broccoli. I personally was going to heat up some riced cauliflower for myself. And then these little, it's like 6 little salmon pieces, and I was going to cook these up for lunch. I've got a lot of kiddos who love salmon. Okay, put my baby in that swing again. That'll last a little bit. I got some oil in the pan. I'm also heating up another pot for broccoli. But I'm gonna get these in the pan now. Okay, I got them all cooking in some oil, and in a few minutes I will flip them over. They're little happy salmon. All right, so there is my salmon and some little cream sauce I made for it, and cauli rice and broccoli. And I'm gonna take this outside in a bowl and eat it. Well, happy Saturday afternoon. I am gonna do up a couple pans, at least 2, of some sheet pan nachos for lunch today. I'm gonna do a full video of it over for my membership, but I will give you guys a peek when I am done. And you can see the bananas have been refilled. Oh yes, they have. They're all ready. We also got 2 more watermelon, 2 more cantaloupe, but this will all be gone fast, quick, and in a hurry. So you shall now see that we are having sheet pan nachos. Naomi cut up a good watermelon. Let's see, I always like trying to make my hand line up whenever I'm looking at the camera. Okay, watermelon. We have the blue corn chip nachos. We have regular old nachos. Let me get you up close and personal with these nachos. So that's my plate. All together how I like it. There you go. Regular nachos. We have some different toppings. And then the blue corn chip nachos and the watermelon. And I also have a 3rd pan in the oven. Well, happy Sunday evening. We went to church today. What did we have for breakfast? We did scrambled eggs and clementines. Classic, classic. After church, we ran through Sheets and just got fun treat drinks on the way home. What else did we do? Okay, when we came home, Travis grilled, so yay for saving the day. All the kids swam because it was 92 today in Virginia. That's your weather report. And I sat at the picnic table right by the pool for quite a few hours doing some mega mama summer planning. Almost all the way through August. More for the business side of life and family side of life swirled in. When are we going to the lake? When are the days I'm filming? When am I shopping? When am I meal prepping? When am I freezer cooking? When are we getting together with friends? When are we having the birthday parties? All the fun mama planning stuff, right? No matter what size your business, no matter what size your family, that's how it all goes down. A couple hours at the picnic table. So, just laid down with Tobin for about an hour and a half or so. I thought we were done nursing, and we got up and he wasn't done. So we nursed some more. Just nurse, then nurse some more, right? All the mamas with young little nurslings understand the name of the game. Okay, so now tonight I'm gonna do another video for my membership, but I will give you a peek at the recipe when I am done. It is fantastic barbecue chicken thighs, sheet pan dinner. It also has corn and zucchini and some peppers, and it's very, very yummy. I'm gonna prep the chicken right now. We'll get that in the oven for about 15 minutes or so, pull it out, add the rest of the veggies. So I'll show you at the end what it looks like. Okay, so here is how dinner is turning out. I got the barbecue chicken thigh, whole mountain of squash and zucchini, some sliced peppers and sliced strawberries. Here is how the sheet pan meals turned out. Super fantastic, delicious. And then I cut about 6 pounds of strawberries, and there's the yellow peppers and red peppers too. Yay, dinner. Good morning, happy Monday. I'm gonna set my whiteboard out because we're gonna do that for a new day. Get my coffee pot going. Got the baby in his swing. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alrighty, so breakfast, no surprise, eggs and fruit, and now I have just enough of the ground beef left from where I did the sheet pan nachos this weekend to do one more. I'll probably stretch it to two sheet pans for lunch today. Excuse me, I'm working and filming and talking. We've been outside a bunch, walked a bunch, schooled a bunch, all the bunch, make a bunch. That's the new thing we're gonna say, right? And gonna eat. I have a phone call and some work things I'm gonna do this afternoon, but that doesn't start until about 3, so that we can have a nice full family day until I have to disappear a little bit. But this afternoon is my biggest on the computer work time for the whole week, so that is good, as long as I get all my stuff done this afternoon. You want to hear working mom stuff too, right? There you go. So I'm using my pizza pans because that's what I can quickly get my hands on. They work just as fine. Yeah, you can make that work. A little bit of parchment paper. We walked this morning. We caught butterflies. I marathon nursed, and the little boys played in the kiddie pool. Done all the things. I'm happy to sit and shove some chips in my face now. That nursing hunger is here. Yay, lunch going in the oven. And while those 2 pans are in the oven, get 3rd pan going. Okay, so I'm chowing down on chips, but there we go. This is the one I put the beef on top. That one looks prettier. And then I've got a 3rd tray in the oven now of the regular old chips. And here's my big, can you tell who's a nursing mom, pile of chips. Thank you again to careof.com for sponsoring today's video. For 50% off your first Care of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code Jamerrill50. Tobin, what we been doing? What have we been doing? Oh, we've been snuggling, we've been having milk. Hi! Hi, Tobin. Say hello, friends. Big boy. Big boy. Hello. Hi there. Wow. Wow. Are you smiling? Yes? Tobin, Josiah's doing all the things too? You like all that food Mommy's eating? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had 2 toasted Ezekiel muffins with natural peanut butter and a banana. Was it so good? Mommy ate it, and then we laid down and snuggled and nursed for a nice long time. Nice long time. Oh boy. You going places? You could talk? Yes. Talk to us, Tobin. Talk to us. Oh, hello. Hello. Okay, say bye-bye, friends. Say thanks for watching. Oh. Say Mommy will be cooking up Super Mega Lots food. And you'll be drinking your milk. And our friends will be watching. Okay? Oh, you're so cute. I don't want to stop. Okay. What else you want to say? There's got to be more. Oh, really? Really? Are you sure? Yeah? Yeah, Tobin? Wow. Wow, big boy. Wow. Oh, you gonna roll over? So pretty soon. Pretty soon. Okay. Okay. Say, Mommy, get the camera out of my face. We're gonna do it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, the big goodbye. Okay, the big goodbye.